Hey, hello everybody. I'm Fiona Pendleton, Regional Director of the Midlands PM Forum.
And most importantly, no two brains are the same. I run a session called about understanding neurodiversity. And the more I've learned about it, the more it's reinforced my knowledge that brains are unique. How you grew up, what your experience is, how it's physically hardwired will make every single brain different. Two people can see the same thing in the same context, in the same environment, and they will experience it and perceive it differently. That's important. So this is a lovely example of what we call distortion. Now, you'll probably find you can read that as quickly as you can if all the letters are in the right order. And what's happening is, in this context, your brain is saying, I know that should make sense. It's not quite the way I think it should be, but if I move it around a bit, okay, now it makes sense. Now, why that's important is when you perceive something, your brain is going, I need to shift it to get sense out of that. And that's based on what's in your parietal lobe. It's based on what your experience of life has been so far as to what it comes up with.
How can we get our firms to take this sort of training more seriously?
It's a good question. And actually, it's an important question after the last 2 years, because a lot of organisations, a lot of firms are starting to understand the importance of looking after your employees. If you just pay them a wage and they just turn up and do a job and then go home, all you're ever really getting is the hands. And they'll do the job and they'll take the money and they'll go home. And that's great. But what makes an outstanding business is when you have your employees give you their hearts and their minds as well. They start to come up with solutions to problems, new ways of working, ways of saving money, really important ideas and innovations that can change an organisation massively. You'll only tap into that if you invest in understanding how to help them get in touch with that inner diamond while they're at work as well as outside of it. So again, I'm happy to have a conversation. If any of your firms are looking in this direction, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with them. Hopefully I'll have a bit more of a voice when I do, to help them to understand. And again, there's so much evidence out there now. The NHS is now looking at these understandings as a way of helping people with mental health issues. The last couple of years have really made businesses hopefully sit up, and firms have had to start seriously thinking about how do we make sure our people are happy and okay at work? Because when they are, they're actually more productive, there's less sick days, there's less absenteeism, and we retain the talent much better.